Okay, so the bottom half is all buttoned up and all nice and tight. Now we are going to install the oil pump screening. When you do that, you want to make sure you don't forget this little gasket here that seals the screen onto the bottom of the oil pump. And we get that in there so you don't have any internal oil hemorrhaging. So put that on and get some nuts on there to hold that in place. Takes two little, actually takes three. Three little nuts. One here, and one here. And I think, yeah, that goes like that. And let's see what else we have here. One more nut. And that'll hold it very nicely. Double check. See if there's an undercover that catches metal and protects it. See if this goes. How does this go? I think. Yeah. Did I mess up here? I think I messed up. I think. Let's see. Let's see. 1, 2. No, that's right. So yeah, they goes on here like this. Check and see if I messed up. And I'm supposed to hold this on with one of the bolts that holds the screen on, but I had it right. So there's the undercover, and then you just want to tighten these all up. You can torque them if you want. It's probably about 15. You see, no, it's probably less than that. I'm not gonna say anything. I don't know. All I know is I know what it's supposed to feel like. So you can look up torque if you're inexperienced. If you're experienced, you know what these threads feel like just before yield and how tight to tighten them. And that's what I'm going to go by. 35 years of experience doing this without a failure. And I'm going to do it by feel, which is what those torque specs are based on. Somebody with experience tightening these things up and then measuring what they establish is the best tightness, and other lab tests, testing things to failure and tensile strength and all kinds of good stuff. But this is not like doing a head bolt. It's not critical. You just don't want it coming loose. So I tighten it up nice and snug with a bug in a rug, and that is good enough. Very, very nice. Snug. Snug in a rug. And you know what? I didn't tighten up the ones on the screen. Ha! I went to try to tighten them and they were covered. Oh man. I wonder if I should include this in the video. Should I cut it? Should I edit this out, or should I show my little mistake here? Because that's not good. That's not good. That's not good. That's not good. I got ahead of myself. So I was so excited that I figured out which way this bottom plate builder went ahead and put it on before I finished tightening up the oil screen. Luckily, I continuously go over what I'm doing in my head, and I caught my mistake even after it was covered up. And yes, I do make mistakes. I don't know if I should be admitting that, but I admit it. I do admit it. So yeah, see, these are not tight. Tighten these up. And I probably should get a socket for that. I'm gonna have to get a 10mm socket extension for that. Okay, let's do this right. So yeah, snug that. Does not have to be crazy tight. But you do want to snug it and then give it like another quarter turn. Snug up, that one's tight. Now, I can feel confident knowing that I know how to put the bottom plate on correctly. Ta-da! And there we go. So once I get this on, I'm going to wipe this surface down again because I've been touching and getting oil all over it. I'll wipe that down again with a little bit of degreaser. And then I will put some gasket sealer on the bottom half of the oil pan, and then I'll bolt it up as well and snug it up the same way I'm doing this one and these bottom plates and screens. And then I'll snug it up a little bit more later once the gasket sealer cures a little bit. Once it cures a little bit, it's firm, I'll go ahead and give it another little squeeze so I have some built-in spring in my adhesive and in my sealer so that it helps to seal better. And I don't have any leaks. I don't have to do this again for many years or ever. All right, so there we go.